Do you all think that there was always a lot of gay men and transgenders all of
Why the son get off camera?
Let me come
Go ahead, Keri. Ask your question.
do you all think that there were a lot of them before and they just were closeted and they're just out now? Or do you think that more have been created, for lack of a better word, now? Because I just find that everywhere I go,
Mm.
I am seeing feminine men, or like my daughter and I went to Target tonight and we literally walked past this guy who had on a long orange wig with a belly shirt, some booty shorts.
Mm.
Like it's all over. And I'm like, I never saw this much. So were they feeling this way, but they felt like they couldn't let it out, or is something making them turn this way? Like, I was curious of you all's thoughts.
I think they were always there. They just used to
They've been
stay in
there.
clubs. They have
So
the underground
many.
gay clubs. They have the the I forget what they call them. They have the balls. Like here in DC, they have different houses. They have like
What the
House of Con.
balls?
Yeah,
Like the
it's a
like when they
ball.
dress up and something like the
Yeah,
actual.
Oh, a
you
ball,
have
like
different
a ball.
houses,
Okay.
right? And so you would only know about it if you were on that scene. A lot of EDM people know about it too. But anywho, that's where they stayed. And then when they would go out, they would be normal because just like the old days, RuPaul, he would tell you, I only dress like this for pay. Outside of that, I dress normal. Now, since people want to say that it's normal, there's nothing wrong with them, they think it's nothing wrong when they're outside.
Mika, that's not fair for you to you your experience might be a little bit different because you live in a really gay area.
The gays here, the old gays will tell you it used to be called cross dressing. Now it's called normal.
But that's but I'm just saying, like, DC has always been known as chocolate city, right? Like, it's always been a scene down there, so it's a little bit different. Or over there, it's a little bit different
Yeah,
over
but they've always been gay, and like I said, they understand that it's not normal to be outside as a 6'9" man with a wig
there.
and
But
booty shorts.
like in Carrie's case, it's like it's infecting America almost. Like it's just spreading everywhere.
So Carrie, I actually had the same question some time back, right? So I went into this, and you can appreciate this. I was asking Chat GPT a bunch of different questions, right? So the first question, I just had this train of thought that was kind of everywhere, trying to figure out just what you asked, like what's going on. Was it always like this, or is it just like, more acceptable? So I started with wanting to know when toxic masculinity, like the phrase, became popular. And so that was around the 90s, I think it said. So the first public mention was the
Toxic
90s.
masculinity became popular in the '90s.
Well, that's when it was first publicly mentioned.
Okay.
And so it started trending in like 2015. So then I wanted to know um, about the Me Too movement and like when that was big. So basically, putting these two things together, making men say, well, maybe it's just not even worth fighting to be as masculine as I've been told to be, and just, go with the flow and just be something else. And I'm just like, maybe these things go together. So it says that, let's see, 20% of Gen Z, I think, identifies as LGBT, and they were born around, in those time frames. So I kind of think that I think it's a number of things. I think that there's a lot of estrogen in the water supply, just based on birth control and all these things. I think a lot of it is grooming. I think a lot of it is just kind of what's being fed to us through whether it's social media or TV or whatever. We're just being programmed in that way. Some of it is propaganda. And I do think that there's a small percentage, that let's say would have always been gay or whatever, regardless, because this goes back to Romans, the Romans and so on and so forth were doing all of this. So I just think that for a lot of men, it for lack of better words, got dangerous to be a man. And so they just chose otherwise.
Mm.
Mm.
And not to mention the fact that there's, with the rise of pornography and just the over sexualized society that we live in, I think a lot of men just want sex and they don't care where it comes from. And it's easier to get it from another man than it is from a woman, just because their sex drives are just going to be higher in general. And so I think
That
there's just
sounds
all of
crazy.
these things that are combined to get us where we are.
Wait. You said it's easier to get it
No,
from
no, 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 no,
man?
no.
To get it from men, yeah, because you're gonna because if you have two men with these really high sex drives, they don't care what hole it is, a hole is a hole, then they gonna go for
That
it.
sounds
Come on, man.
crazy.
Come on, man. Like,
I mean, it's the truth. It
relax.
doesn't sound like something you want to hear, but it's the truth.
No, it's not the truth. You just made that shit up.
I did.
You
I
winging
agree,
it.
Kimberly.
I
No, you
didn't.
see it all
Of
throughout
course you agree.
history.
Of course you agree. Of
That's
course
why
you
they
agree. Of
created, in parts of the world, that's why they
course you
created
agree.
brothels to stop the men from humping on each other.
Of course you agree. Come on, man. Listen, the thing is, we see
It
this shit
it
in
breeds
America.
diseases.
We see this shit in America because it is trending. This shit was
You see it
taboo as
globally.
this shit was taboo as this shit was taboo as fuck in America. This shit was taboo. You could not
Why
do
though?
you could not be outside like that. You would get shamed. You would get
But
roasted.
why?
So you're saying that the men were always gay and they were just hiding it?
No,
Mhm.
no. I think once it became a thing and they started making parades about it, people just like, oh, okay, well, let me try
Just
it.
wanted to be in the parade.
People started wanting to be people are influenced by what they see. People are are very much influenced, more than you think. And then they just see this and they got some folks got started getting curious. Some people was just like, oh, I think I might have been gay the whole time. It is people like that. They probably were gay the whole time, but they were ashamed. Then there was some people they were just very much outward about it. They would dress up like that. Hair and the wigs, you did not,
because
they
the
weren't
trans
out like
thing
that.
is not the
They
trans
weren't out
thing
like
is
that.
not a big thing, and even like I don't know if the new gays will tell you that, but the old gays will tell you the trans thing is not a was not a big thing.
I'm
They're
not
not.
talking about trans. I'm talking about when they so it was a point in like the late 90s when this shit started really getting extremely popular and you would go into the mall and you'd be like, hey man, what the fuck going on? I talked about it on here before. I could I'm not gonna even say no specific names, but it was somebody who I went to high school with. This motherfucker was so popular for just being gay. He was popular for being gay. That was unheard of. It was unheard of, but he used to dress a certain way. He used to dress like a sissy. He would dress a certain way. He looked like a fairy. So it wasn't like you could tell, like, okay, why is he
It
doing
was a
this?
fairy.
There he was.
With
This
Yeah,
dude was
see,
wearing, this is like 96, 97. This dude is popping out with like green wigs, looking like a girl, but still very much a man. And it was very awkward. So it's just like, so next thing you know, you go in Tower City, you might see like 7, 8 dudes clicked up like that. And you just get the look and I'm like, hold on, man. So y'all a crew? You just a gay crew?
oh yeah, we had those here.
Man, I said in the 90s, this shit was unheard of. this was unacceptable. It was just like, all right,
They
now
was
y'all, all
grooming
right,
y'all since like the
y'all stay
70s and
over there.
80s to
Y'all
be
stay over
gay.
there. Y'all, no, hell no. Hell no. No, no,
All the
no, no, no,
old school
no.
throwback stuff was like
No, 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 no.
homoerotic.
I very much had a gay cousin. He died of HIV. He was not dressing like that. He
Well, that's what
definitely
I
didn't
said.
do
The
that.
old gays don't do
He did
that.
not do that. It was
Well, I
not
don't
a
say dressing
trend.
like it, but
It was
still
not a trend.
participating in that lifestyle.
And really, the only real reason you could tell he was gay was because
He switched.
no, hell no, 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 no. It was just certain words, certain things that he said, and he was like,
Mm.
"Hey, you sound kind of feminine," but he didn't move like no woman. He was
But
very
that's
much a
because the old gays, like I said, they understood they were still men, right? They were gay, but they understood they were still men. The ones nowadays, they're being pushed to be even more extreme. They're being pushed to say, oh, well, since you want to be feminine, don't you think you're a woman? And again, the gays, the ones that are not extreme, they don't agree with it. A
well. The
lot of
thing
them don't
is, when you
agree.
start giving people parades and you start giving them homosexual hubs, well then they're gonna take it to the next motherfucking level.
DC has always had a whole area here called DuPont. Okay, everybody knows DuPont Circle is where all the gays be. Okay, and even a little bit of Adams Morgan, and that
So
was
men
just
in the
their,
chat finna go there.
that was their area.
Huh? Oh, Molly on
Empathy is
trash.
Mika giving
mirror.
out
The
all his
Molly
empathy
on
is
treatment.
mirror.
trash. No, this
What happened?
no Molly on
Empathy
He
is
trash.
taking
mirror.
notes in the chat like, oh, this where I'm
Nah,
finna go.
Molly is
The
this is
BL bros
bullshit
they
tonight.
ready.
This is pure bullshit tonight. Wow.
Supply and demand. It
I
ain't all
don't
these
know.
gay
I
men
just
comfortable
Yeah,
about being gay
I'm a
for
slide.
nothing.
I'm a slide, man. We can't
They
do
murder you
this.
straight.
This is absurd.
it almost feels like this is just like the equivalent of kids who all like they get peer pressured into acting a certain way or saying certain words or doing it's
Facts.
just it's everywhere. Like
Facts.
it's everywhere I go.
Cartoons.
You are going to see more like feminine men, gay men looking like women than you might see straight and most of them are younger. So it's not like I'm seeing 40, 50, 60. This is like the guy who walked past us today. He couldn't have been older than his late teens, maybe 20.
They
So
be
I
at
was
the
just like,
bars
this
now,
is just
like
too,
hugging butts and
too.
stuff.
I'm just trying to like,
Come on, man. What are
it's,
we doing?
Blame
I'm,
yo other partners with dinglings. Don't blame me.
Ma'am.
Y'all got to start
Ma'am.
demanding more masculinity out of
Ma'am.
all
Ma'am.
y'all people.
Ma'am. Come on now. Come on
But you know
now.
what?
It's women who
I
scared
don't
to
think
date these days though because they don't know what they're gonna get. They don't know if they're gonna be with a DL man. They don't know if they're gonna be left a single mother. Like, man, gotta get it
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Pick a
That's because they
struggle.
so
that's
this
because they don't have
probably
no
really is a
discernment.
case of nature versus nurture. Like I do think that a lot of it has to do with what they're around growing up, what they're
Hmm.
around, like what they're around for the majority of their time.
Man,
Um,
this shit trending
what's
so bad now. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
what's interesting, and I'm not trying to make this into a stat, but when I see these little boys who have on like dresses, what's interesting is most of them that I see are of the how y'all say white um skin tone. I see a lot more of that now too, like little 7, 8 year old boys with dresses and stuff like that. Like I saw this couple the other day when I was coming out of Costco because
I
y'all know I
saw
stay in the
that.
store, and he had on like the girl UGG boots, some fitted jeans. He couldn't have been older than 8, 7, or not even 8. He had to be like 6 or 7. He put on some like sparkly glasses, had something in his hand, and he looked at me like and then got in the car. I'm like, but
I mean, but let's
mom
be
and
honest.
dad were both there. Mom and dad were both there putting the groceries in the car. Mom was kissing on the little baby girl. And I'm just,
Yeah,
That's not to say that
if
it
they
doesn't
start locking parents
Child
up for this type
abuse.
of shit, that
Right, but
shit
they're
dead.
doing
in
it
the
They start
before.
locking the motherfuckers up for that type
No,
of
they're
shit.
doing it before they even get to that, Keri. At the last little rally that they had, well, the first King No Kings rally, they had a couple down there talking about, oh well, our child told us he was trans at 18 months.
Yeah, I was say they be saying that.
That's crazy. How?
right, because they're
How?
not really
Because
talking.
anybody can have a child, no matter how mentally ill you are.
How does a child even know the concept of
They don't.
18 months? Like
They
that should,
don't.
yeah,
They
I
don't.
agree. Slim. That
But
that should
with that
be
said,
That's
considered
that you
something.
should get locked up for that. You should
That's
get locked up
like
for
because
that.
it's child abuse. But remember when I was telling you guys about the cartoons when they're like when the cow was like, well, I don't know if I identify as a cow. I mean, like you're coming up and this is what you know. It's literally all over the cartoons.
That's
So
I'm
why I say
starting to feel some
they
way
gotta
about
leave the
Bluey,
kids out of
y'all.
this shit.
I'm starting to feel some way about Bluey. We were looking at costumes and
Who?
I didn't even know Bluey. Oh, Bluey,
The
the
dog.
cartoon character.
Louis, yeah, the doggy. Uh-huh.
What's this?
I first of all, I did not know that Bluey was a girl because I'm
Yeah.
thinking Bluey was a boy, and so we were at the store months ago, and I'm thinking like, okay, I can get this for my son, and my kids were like, "My Bluey's a girl." What do you mean Bluey's a girl? So the other day when we were at the store, and I'm looking at the costume, I'm like, this is not for a girl. Like this dressing up as Bluey does not look girly. And then they told me that Bluey's uncle said, Bluey, you look like a boy. So now I'm even thinking twice about letting my kids
No, you can't let
look
them
like
watch this a
Bluey
boy.
because
This
It's
a
a
boy.
I
Why
think
would
it's a
they do
Bluey,
girl
let
this?
me,
character, but
but it's a girl,
It's a
and a
dog,
little, it's two girl
but
dogs.
they're
The
using
little
it. They're
sister is a
using it to
girl too.
confuse.
But
Blue's Clues
if
was a
you
girl
watch it, you
though.
would think that you would think it's a family with two boy dogs. Maybe the youngest you might think is a girl because I think it's yellow or something. But yeah,
so Blue's
Oh, that's
Clues
weird because
related.
the blue one is the dad,
I'm
and
confused.
then the small blue one is a girl,
The
but
blue
the
one is
yes,
a
brown
dog.
one is the mom, and the small brown one is a boy.
That's
no,
a
that's a
girl.
girl
They're both
too.
girls.
Oh, they both
He has
girls.
two daughters. Yeah.
The problem is the voices.
Weird
When
shit,
you hear the
man.
voices, because normally you correlate something with,
Mm-hmm.
and these are animals, so you're like, ah. But when you hear the voices, you're like, okay, wait a minute, what y'all doing?
It's confusion. For me, it was confusion. I was
It's
like, I'm
confusing.
lost.
But it's on purpose. That's not an
But that
accident.
but Kim, that's why like it hit me when I saw the costume. That's when it really was like, hold up, you might need to have a stance on this one, Keri, because this is just mm.
It's a cartoon on Nickelodeon. It's a black boy with two white daddies.
You talking about Coco
You
Melon?
talking about Coco Melon? Yeah, girl,
No,
I
no,
had to
it's not
start with
Coco
Coco
Melon. It's
Melon,
called
Mika.
I think it's called Loud House.
Child, I see it all.
He
My
got all
daughter loved
sisters and
Coco
his best
Melon. I
friend
saw
got
the
two
episode with the
daddies.
two dads. I was like, oh nope,
Oh
sorry,
yeah.
can't do it. Nope,
And
nope.
why the second dad is black? It looked like
It's
Don
black.
Lemon and his.
He does look like he does. He does look like Don Lemon. Oh my God. Oh,
I'm saying it's time to take these
Hide
children
your kids, hide your
out
weapons.
from in front
for
of the
real.
TV. Go outside. Literally, like Molly always say, touch some grass, throw a ball, ride a
No,
bike.
that's the
Go.
problem. They touching the grass, they eating the grass, and now
That's what kids are supposed to do. Eat the grass.
not
Eat
this
the grass.
grass.
Mm-mm.
But
But it's
watch
like
you
it's getting
eating it.
yeah, it's like can you even let your kids play with other kids at this point? Because it's like what are they being taught? Some of these kids have same sex households. I think people just gotta like really start being aligned with, where their value system is
I don't
because
know if y'all saw it, but I think I sent it to you,
these kids is
Keri. But
confused.
what is that? Megan Kelly had a really good interview with Matthew McConaughey, and he told why
Oh
he didn't move
yeah.
his kids to California and why he stayed in the country because they would be gay.
Hmm.
He said if he moved his kids to California, they would be gay.
They had a good percentage to be spoiled, entitled, and gay.
You just gotta kind of send them to private schools and stuff like that. You gotta vet. You gotta really participate in vetting. You can't just send your kids to just any school or just a public school and stuff like that no more. You gotta. I went on school tours for all of the different schools before I decided on one. So I think it started home too. I think that it also plays a role. I think our colleges have been compromised. Most of our schools and our colleges have been compromised. Where I seen a video where a girl, it was a white girl, and she said she was raised super conservative, and the one rule that her father had was do not become a liberal. Do not get indoctrinated. And she admitted it. She said, and the first thing that she did was get indoctrinated, and so she liberal. And now she's trying to convince her father. She wanted being gay, and she tried to convince her father. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I think I got it saved. But she tried to convince. Now the family is split because they don't like the fact that her father and her mother is following the father, and they tried to convince the mother and the father to no longer be Republican and vote for Trump, and so they super angry at that. I'm gonna see if I can find it, but I think that it's our environment and it's our culture, and that's why I always said you can't just walk around and say, "Well, what do you care?" or "It's not your problem," because that shit isn't everything. It's teaching it from a very young age. Carrie, you muted. It's teaching them from a very young age from what they used to put on PBS and the cartoons up to all the way through to the time you get in college, and they just normalize it. It's just been normalized. So now you have to be extra vigilant, to protect your kids. Otherwise, they're gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up. I'm not even sure at this point um that I would even have a kid. Like if I was having a brand new kid, I would have to be super vigilant, super duper vigilant at this point. Cause it's a scary thought to think that you would have to spend all your energy and all your time trying to make sure that your kid don't become crazy, you know?
What do y'all think about stuff like have y'all seen the thing clock it,
Of course, I played
or
it.
whatever?
You might have
Um,
been not here for
The,
that one.
the, the little 23-year-old girl at the gym today asked me about that. She made fun of me when I did the clock it.
did see I'm I'm just gonna be vulnerable with you all because like so my daughter did that and I'm some of these things I'm like, okay, where's the line between when you were growing up and everybody said that the word that was in versus wait, where did this come from? So I'm trying to look to see like where did this start from, like, was this a gay thing that the women took over? Or and I feel like from what I saw it
What was that
was, but I
thing
don't
that did
know.
it?
It's gay.
Huh?
It's
Okay, because
That
I told
thing.
my daughter,
his
I'm like, you
Jamal.
It's that thing that did it.
oh the thing, shut up.
It is. It's that that,
It is the
that
thing.
it's that
But
thing
I'm
that Slimmy don't. That Slimmy was complaining about.
but Keri, you gonna catch it trying to keep up. I mean, because now they want to run around saying what 6,
And
7,
it's about
30.
Six.
nothing.
What is
I can't
that?
stand
All
six,
right,
It's
I'm
seven.
nothing.
all right. I'm new to this one.
It's
What is
nothing.
You ain't his your
It's
daughter's
not
probably too old to do 6, 7. Call yourself lucky because
that? My daughter
because it's
don't.
this
nothing.
six,
My daughter don't
If
seven.
fuck.
you're around any child, like what
Maybe
13
like
younger,
six,
I
7.
think they gonna
What?
say it.
Okay, wait. So yeah, my daughter don't fuck with none of
It
this shit.
means nothing, Anton.
What
Some
is?
people say it means
What is it?
nothing. Some people
It
say it
means
means
nothing.
no. It just
It means nothing.
You
no.
they be like 6, 7.
It means
Somebody
nothing.
started it
I'm telling
and
you, it
now
means
they
nothing.
do it. So I've had to like talk to my kids about following these like random things. One, because you don't know where it's coming from. Like I told my daughter, I'm like, to my knowledge, this is a gay thing like that you're doing. So stop. But some of this stuff is like, don't just do stuff because people do. But I know I did. You know, like I know when I was younger, if a new word came out, I said it too. So I'm not trying to be hypocritical, but it's just it's so dangerous now.
It's like those
Yeah,
Vine, like when
it's
people
so
used to watch
ingrained.
Vine
pull it
and do
up.
the plank challenge and stuff.
They
Right.
think I'm
Just
lying. Pull it up.
It's so
Pull up
oh.
what's that lady? Kelly that does the show. They used to do Beaches and Kelly. Even she'll tell it means absolutely nothing. The kids in the audience even said it. It means nothing. I'm not they're like, tell us what it is. It means nothing. They
Yeah,
just say 6
everybody.
All the
Everybody
kids have
says it.
different meanings for it. Like nobody knows.
Yeah, because it
Slimmy,
doesn't mean anything.
what do you think
No,
about
I know 6'7" is not gay, imperfect, authentic. That was just
what
another
do you think
example
about the
that
clock
they
it
brought
thing?
up.
Keri just now found out about the clock it.
Yeah, tell me.
Let me.
So let me do the dance.
Because at first, Slimmy, I thought I was
Wow,
being, I
Slimmy's
did it,
slim.
Slimmy, I did it to my daughter at first because I thought I was being cool, like clock it. And then I was like, this feels kind of, let me look this up.
sassy.
Anything that's trending, is the program you in some type of
Slimmy,
way.
what do you think about the clock it thing?
I don't know what about the clock it thing. I never knew what it
You
was
know,
before you showed it.
I know, but when you finally seen it, what did you think?
I put it out of my memory banks. Doesn't exist.
Let me show it to you.
No. We don't need to go back down that road. We don't need to go back down that road. I put it out of my mind
Oh,
for a
your
reason.
boy did that? The dance dude did that?
Who?
You don't know where it came from, Keri?
The guy who was dancing, the twist, the
Yeah,
scoliosis guy,
he go,
That came from that thing.
he started clock it.
yeah.
yeah.
That man specifically asked that you treat him like a Herman.
Why you do them
So he
eyes
could
like
treat
that?
you like a lady.
That's what he
See,
did.
I didn't know that this is clock it. The first time I saw this was this girl was on a live stream. I got caught up somehow on some random chick's live stream. I don't even know why, but she was
Yeah,
I was
that's what
just
I'm
watching
saying.
it.
Like
She's
that,
so
this
ghetto and
they
random.
getting it. Hold
And she
on,
just kept
think of
doing this.
this.
I'm like, what is this?
They getting this
All her
shit from
Because it
somebody
posts.
used to
that's
be
on the
like this. It
spectrum.
used to be like this. Clock it, but he goes, clock it.
You copying somebody that's on the spectrum.
Sheesh.
That's called social media trends, copying people
No,
on
no,
the
no, no, no. We
spectrum. That's
don't
what
do
we
that.
doing. Since
Don't
when?
copy people that. Come on.
All these bull noses, all these bull rings these chicks got, they copying women on the spectrum. Come on now.
The best I can do now is like, if we ain't teach it, don't do it. Like, cause I don't know how it's too much and there's too many hidden things. So that's why I was curious of what y'all think.
But
Like,
since
I'm
the
to the point now where if
2000s,
I
though,
hear something like,
Slimmy,
where
that's
you
what they've
learn
been
that?
doing.
I didn't teach you that. No, we can't
Since the
do that.
You know what's so
2000s,
funny? So
Anything
let me show you
trending.
something.
Slimmy, since the
Don't
2000s,
do it.
that's what
Don't
they've been
do it
Hold on,
that
doing.
hold on,
time.
hold on, no, 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 no.
Don't do
I'm
it
gonna
that
show you.
time.
No, seriously, this is
Don't.
completely different. You don't even know what I'm gonna do. Check this out. This is so funny. This is hilarious, right? So, I go because all of this stuff I have been showing y'all was on TikTok. Now, seriously, I'm being for real. All of the stuff that I have been showing y'all was on TikTok. With a thing that was doing it or whatever. And so I just put it in YouTube because I wanted to see what would come up on YouTube or whatever. And so as I put it on YouTube and I scroll down, of course, you see his video or whatever, and that's right there. But then right after that, I scroll down a little bit more. And what do I see? Jasmine Crockett just streamed one day ago, and she named her stream Clock It with Crockett.
Yeah, I told you that last time.
Come on, man.
Appropriate.
I told you that
Come
last
on,
time.
man.
I've never seen this before. Literally, I just put this in the algorithm, and I pulled it up to see what this was. And the very next thing I see is Clock It with Crockett.